Hey everybody, this is Joe. Thank you for watching my Giga Texas construction update video. A special thank you to all of my outstanding Patreons for your continued encouragement and support. Patreon members get access to hundreds of high-resolution photos, previews of the future material, and direct dialogue with me. If you would like to support my channel, please consider becoming a patron using this link, which is also in the video description. Please also consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons, as this helps as well. Thank you. For today's video, let's look at what they are installing between the paint shop and the battery cell manufacturing facility in the north of the foundation. And as you can see in the picture here, there's a lot of pipes, a lot of equipment. We've seen that very large exhaust pipe that goes up through the roof, some ducting, and some blowers. And we've also seen some other equipment around the site that gives us further clues. And the picture on the left, Randy from Gigafactory Texas, one of the Quad Squad members, caught these devices being brought in with CECO listed as the label. And I caught these pictures here on the truck of that large exhaust pipe arriving. It was Randy's photo of the CECO label that really gave us the final clues we needed to be able to discuss this. CECO is a global leader in air quality and fluid handling around the world. They've been in business since 1869, and they were the Claremont Engineering Company, but now they are CECO, and they've been working to improve air quality and basically recover and destroy volatile organic compounds in oil and gas, power generation, and a variety of other industries. So what we see CECO installing at Giga Texas is a RETOX, or a Regenerative Thermal Oxidizer, also known as an RTO system. It's the most widely accepted means of air pollution control technologies across the industry. It's low cost, it's high benefit method to reduce the volatile organic compounds that are generated when you're producing a variety of products, such as doing paint finishing. And it uses a process for air pollution control that decomposes hazardous gases at a high temperature, and it produces heat, water vapor, and CO2, and it's about 99% effective. And typical uses of the RTO systems are listed here, and paint and spray finishing is one of those. Here is an image that we'll be using here in the discussion to give you an idea of how this is put together, and you can see the person for scale, so you can see the size that we're talking about. So now that you know what they're installing, let's talk about how an RTO system works. Again, it's very complicated, so we're using a simplified discussion here. Please see the links below or in the video description for more information. So looking at that image in the upper right, I've added some numbers and arrows to help guide the discussion. Step 1 is where the VOC-laden air is directed into the system, and then it flows through up to 9 beds of ceramic media, depending on the installation. Step 2 is where the ceramic media heats up that air, and it's about 97% primary heat recovery, and it produces a lot of heat transfer to the air. And because of this, the pre-treated air is about 1500 to 1700 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 815 to 930 degrees Celsius by the time it enters into the combustion chamber, which reduces the auxiliary fuel amount required to heat it further. The clean air then exits at step 4, the combustion chamber, and then it goes to an outlet bed or beds that have been previously cooled, and that cooling is done by the same heat transfer process. It's this step in the process that requires a little bit more discussion. So as the air exits at step 4, the bed that it goes through has basically been heated, and the air comes out at just a little bit more than the original inlet temperature. But because of the way the process works, the initial bed that was heated cools down because of the heat transfer, and then bed 2 heats up for the same process. So because of this, the beds have to be cycled back and forth. So initially it goes through, say, bed 1 through the combustion chamber and then out bed 2, and then when the temperature reaches a certain amount, they switch it around so it goes through bed 2, combustion chamber, and then bed 1. And this way it helps keep that heat transfer process as optimal as possible. The optimization of the heat transfer between the two beds is a critical part of the process. But then it gets to step number 5, and there's a dedicated purge bed to make sure that 100% of the VOCs are treated, and again, using thermal regeneration. The output is then heat, water vapor, and CO2, which is released into the exhaust pipe. And then the combination of thermal oxidation and regenerative heat transfer allows the RTO system to efficiently destroy VOC-laden air, and it reduces operating costs. So the question is this unique to Giga Texas? And the answer is it is absolutely not. Using Wolfpack Berlin, one of the great YouTube channels to cover that factory, I got this still image, and it shows the installation of the RTO system at Giga Berlin, and its function is just the same. It's just located outside. So that's a very quick discussion about what we're seeing on the site, what CECO is installing around the paint shop area, what the RTO system is and how it functions, and also that it's not just unique to Giga Texas, but Giga Berlin, for example, is also having one as well. I hope that you found this discussion helpful and informative and helps understand what we are seeing on the site. My drones are ready and raring to go. Let's go flying over Giga Texas.